Da, 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 da. Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm just excited right now.
Just put something on my phone, like
No.
the instrument on my phone.
No. We'll do that next time. Or you want to do it now? I mean, we're already recording.
I don't got internet. I don't got Wi-Fi.
Okay, guys, you know who it is. Your favorite co-host. Kyndra HNIC and
Papa on.
Yeah, and pop you off if you act right? Anyway.
You're roasting? Are you roasting, by the way?
No, that's a good thing. Pop you off if you act right,
if I act right. Okay.
But, yeah, I know it's been like a couple weeks since you have not heard from us. 1 week it was like really cold and raining, and I don't come outside when it's cold and raining. I like it when it's warm and raining, because I realize when it's cold and raining, no matter how much much the layers of clothing you have on, you're still gonna be cold. Yeah. So like it just like goes straight through your clothes.
Especially when you're anemic. Anemic, yeah.
Yeah, that's even worse. So shout out to my anemic listeners out there. We love you. Anyway.
Wait a minute, one more thing. I'm just now noticing. Do you know every time we do a podcast it's raining? I'm not sure about the cold, but it's always raining or drizzling. Have you noticed that?
Well, when we first started, it was
sun. First started.
In recent.
I'm talking about like these last couple of months. Like every time it's either been cold or rainy or I don't know why this coincidence is like this. I don't know.
Do you like rainy weather?
I mean, it really depends. Like, I don't like how it looks like, but I love how it feel like, because I love the moisture, and I hate that dry stuff, and I can't breathe in dry air too good, so.
Most definitely.
I just don't like how it looks like. I need that UV light, you know what I'm saying? I'm like a plant.
Get that vitamin D. Pause.
Yeah.
No homo. Okay, for you. Definitely for me. I need that vitamin.
I got a mature mind. You don't have to use that. I
need some vitamin D. Can my husband come and find me? All right, I'm ready to get, dig down. Anyway.
Okay. This is why I like doing podcasts at night, because we got this adult feeling in us. See, at night, this is where the freaks come out. You know what I'm saying? At night. Exactly. And got the moisture right there, too. Remind you of that wet feeling. Okay, let me just keep going. Sorry.
But tell me, okay, let's how was your Christmas? How'd you, but just pretty much how did everything go for you these last couple weeks?
Matter of fact, I want to say this right now. Like, I'm the complete opposite of everybody. Like, when everybody's hype, I'm relaxing. Whenever everybody's relaxing, I'm hype. Mm-hmm. So, all year, you know what I'm saying, my life was hype everywhere. High vibrations. Mm-hmm. But Christmas was the most quietest, how can I say it, nakedest day I've ever had in this year. I'm talking about, it was so quiet. Like, my aunt, she's in the Bahamas, the one I live with, you know what I'm saying? And the friend that I stay with, she went somewhere. And then Walmart was closed, only days closed. So, on, like, the area that I live in, like, I was like, I can actually hear my ears ringing. Like, there's no noise in the house, no noise at the grocery store, no noise anywhere in this hood-ass place. So, it's like... Damn, my ears was ringing. You know what I'm saying? My ears was literally ringing. It felt like I had wax on my ears. So I had to kind of keep cleaning my ears like, is this real? But I just took advantage of that. So I've actually just meditated, like, real hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell you what I meditated about, but I did.
I know what it was about. I know.
Let me tell you something. I just completely cruised. Like, I've never felt so on cruise control in my life. But however, you know what I'm saying? Now, everything's back to normal. And I'm trying my hardest to clear everything out for this new decade. Not New Year's, but new decade. Because we're entering a whole nother set of 10 years. So... I'm just...
What have these past 10 years taught you? What was the most memorable time that these past 10 years have taught you?
What a coincidence. I just posted that to Facebook. Mm-hmm. But I would love to brag that these last 10 years, I did 3 things. Mm-hmm. I've taught myself to run all the way to another city.
Okay.
I've actually cycled all the way to another state.
Okay.
And I've ran with my own 2 feet across 3 countries in Europe.
So Usain Bolt ain't got nothing on you.
Let me tell you something right now. That's why I
bet you can run from the police. Niggas be mad at you.
Exactly.
They low-key jealous of you.
My point, because the thing is, I do not need a car nor a plane Like, I've biked and ran to places that people need a plane to travel to. So I'm just grateful that I survived all of that. And I remember, like, I've been reminiscing a lot for these last 10 years. And I'm just now noticing that, you know what I'm saying, I've survived like 9 accidents, and
Look at you.
I'm just glad that not one body part on me is broken.
That's right. Amen.
So like I'm saying, and my face, like 2 years ago, completely went through 2 windows, and my face was torn apart.
I remember that.
Oh yeah, you're the one, the only person who can't visit me.
I'm a real one.
Yeah.
Because you know what it is, Lance. When a person shows me that they care about me, I'm gonna do my best to show back that I care about you. Especially when one thing I really like about you as a whole, as a person, is the fact that if there's something going on, like, let's say I don't understand something, you're like, hey, I apologize. You actually explain to me what's going on. People will say you don't owe nobody an explanation. They're not going to tell you why they haven't spoken to you in 2 weeks. You'll actually explain verbatim and in depth. That way I can be like, okay, now I understand. And I really appreciate that. You know, that's one thing. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people will leave you in the dark, and they're like, oh, well, I've been going through some things. Why don't you talk to me about it? You know,
True.
Why don't you, but like I said, everybody, that's one thing I do appreciate you as a whole. And, you know, friends like you are rare. I think there's, you know, when you have someone who is very similar to you, you want to be able to keep that person, you know, around you as much as you can. And that is what I really appreciate about you, you know.
I appreciate you noticing that, because I didn't even notice that about me myself. You taught me something about myself.
That's what I'm here
for. I
for.
did not know that. Like, you really did. Like, I do not know how it looked like from the outside. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that, because one thing on the opposite, let me tell you something, the opposite, because one thing I don't like about most of my friends that say I am their best friend, or I'm their best friend, or they're one in line. You know, so still, like, I ask you, what's wrong with you? What's happening? They don't want to tell me, but they want to tell other friends. And it makes me feel that, you know what I'm saying, you take them seriously, but not me. And that really hurts me. And I didn't really know that also mean a lot to you. So I appreciate.
No, of course, no. That's why I say you gotta, and you can't use the word friend too loosely. There are a lot of people who I always used to think were my friends. I'm like, oh my gosh, we you know, work at the same job. We smoke the same type of grade A weed, or you know,
you got me on Facebook.
Yeah. My mama thinks you nice, so you my friend. Whatever. Some old whack ass excuses. Always something. Oh, we talk about the same, you know, person, that we have a mutual disinterest. That's not the right word. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. In this person, dislike in this person, you know. So that's pretty much what it is. But you know, no. That's why I call you an actual friend. You know, if you weren't a friend, I would not be doing this podcast with you. You know,
I appreciate that.
And on top of that, like, there have been, you know, to be honest with you, Lance, I've gotten now the few times when you were at school and I did the podcast by myself for a month, you know, I was like, okay, I can, you know, make up some stuff or whatever. But I feel more.
Oh, wait a minute, you can do podcasts by yourself?
Yeah, I was like the first. You thought, like, when we started the podcast off in July, and we only did like one episode, the first episode together, and you said, hey, I got to go back to school, so check back with me in a month. I said, okay, well, let me just go ahead and just I think I can do this by myself. Let me just try. And I actually did good, but when you came back, I didn't feel like doing it by myself again. I felt comfortable doing it with you.
I didn't know that. You taught me something new today.
I like doing my podcast with you, Lance. That's why I did it about since 3 weeks ago.
I'm just now noticing that.
Or 2 weeks ago.
I really like. I mean, because the thing is, I like talking. That's something I love doing, and I love voicing my opinion.
And you're funny too.
I'm just now realizing that. You see, I thought I was more aggravating than funny. To tell you the truth, tell you the truth, I got confidence in saying this in public. Yeah, I thought I was more aggravating than just confidence. Okay, before the decade ends, I have to get that off my chest. I thought I was aggravating, so that's why I kind of like. When I first did the podcast with you, I was scared to say a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, but you've opened up and everything else.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate everybody that's listening, too, as well. That's just something I have to get off before the decade ends.
Okay. Okay. Well, hey, anything else been going on that happened in recent? Cause I got some mess to tell y'all.
Oh yeah, you know what? A matter of fact, I'm going to save that for the next podcast because I do got a lot of things to say as well.
Okay.
So, but I want to hear yours first because what I'm gonna say is universal. It's something I can say in the future, but it's something I've been thinking about. So, but let me hear you.
So I went to Snoop Dizzle's.
Snoop Dizzle's
dog. Snoop Dizzle.
Oh.
Yeah.
What? For real?
Uncle Snoop. I went to his concert last Friday, right? So. Let me tell you guys how things work, right? I didn't know that he was coming in concert. I'm thinking like, dude, did you run out of some money? But maybe I'm like, nah. So it's kind of a catch-22 when you have somebody who's close to a senior citizen going back in concert. Either A, they need some money, or B, they just wanted to perform for the hell of it, right?
Yeah.
So in this particular situation, I think he just wanted to perform for the hell of it. So I find out a week before his concert that he's going to a week before the concert. I said, okay, I find out.
Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry.
You want to open the door to let the cold out? Open the door.
Yeah.
Open the door. Just open the door, damn.
I thought you was for the roll the window down or something.
No, I wasn't about to roll no damn window down. Okay, it's a cough out. It's
yeah.
cold out. Are you sure?
I'm sorry, just that.
Okay.
I had the good stuff.
Okay. All right. Close my door now. You letting good air out. Anyway. Back to the story at hand. So, I show up early because I had front row seats. I was at the Tabernacle. For all the people who don't know where the Tabernacle is, that's off of Lucky Street in Atlanta. So I was at the Tabernacle, and Snoop had somewhere towards the end of his show, he had lit his blunt up and he had passed it to the crowd. Now, security got it. I got a chance to hit it about 5-6 times, so I am in the G status right now. I'm in G status. You can dap me up when y'all see me. Let them know, hey, there go Kyndra Crump. She hit Snoop Dogg's blunt. Okay? But here's the thing, what I realized. People are gross, meaning in the sense where they don't mind if they had 30 mouths on that one blunt. They'll still try and hit it. They'll still try and take it and keep it for themselves. That's nasty. I realize as I've gotten older, and mind you, I'm not like a smoker, but what I've realized is I don't like having to smoke with more than probably one more person. Maybe two at the most. Because one, I don't know where these other people's mouths have been. Number two, I do not, and people be hogging the blunt and be trying to tell you a whole, give you a whole story time from childhood to their adult life while they have it, and you keep having to relit the blunt. Dude.
That stuff be burning, turning to ash, and be wasting
I was about to say, you wasting weed, right? So not only that, then it gets to the point where you have people, it gets to the point where people wetting the blunt with their whole mouth.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, people don't know how to pass it. They don't know how to pass it. Not only only on top of that, my issue is I'm at the point in my life where I'd rather just be in a comfortable setting. It's 95 degrees outside. Hey, you want to come outside? I'm about to smoke this blunt. No, I'm cool. You can go outside and sweat, have your old sweat dripping on that blunt. It's 30 degrees outside. Hey, you want to come outside? Why are we looking like Eskimos as we're smoking this blunt? You're killing my high. I do not want to smoke with you.
Might as well eat edibles. I mean,
well, at what point? If you can't smoke in your house, then I'm cool on it. I can't do nothing about that. I like being in comfortable settings. And maybe if I start applying this rule more often, I probably won't be getting as high as much. And maybe that's a good thing. That's probably a really good thing. But yes, I did. Yes, Snoop Dogg passed the blunt and it got ripped out of my hands, and it's okay because and then there's one girl, who was behind me. She had fake she had dropped the blunt, but she had placed it in her purse, and I'm thinking well, why? It's 8 people's mouths been on that one J, but I was stuck at that concert, and I started thinking man, do I have to use the restroom? What day is it? How do I get out of here?
Damn.
Man, that's pure. The type of weed that they have out in California, that is pure, real clean weed. This weed out here in Georgia, a lot of the weed out here in Georgia, it ain't hitting on nothing.
It's like smoking grass.
Oregano.
Say it again. Yeah, I swear. Because I believe my prediction, since weed is so rare here in the east part of the United States, they will try to mix the weed with something to make it stretch.
They will.
So in California, they don't need to make it stretch because it's illegal. You can grow it if you want. You don't need to make it stretch. That's why you got the pure stuff. But here, they mixed it with other stuff to make it stretch. They probably dilute it, take some THC out and put it into something else. So that's why here on the east side, it's so rare and scarce and expensive and lame. That's just math and economics.
Oh, look at you, back in school again.
Yeah, no, I know. College really got me back in the mood again. So everything been zeros and ones in my head. So it's like a computer. But I can't really forget about it because in 2 more weeks I'll be right back there again.
In school. My sister, in other news, my sister had given birth to the fourth. His name is Frederick the Fourth. And he is about 10 days old. So
okay, congratulations.
I went to go visit him on Thursday, and the only thing I was able to touch on him was his foot. So that was it. I was about to, play footsies with him, but she said no. Or no, she didn't say no. I knew she was going to say no, so I just didn't do it. And I said, well, can I hold him? She's like, no, you got to wait till after his shots. I said, okay, so what about me? Y'all were holding me at 8 days old. She's like, well, that was a different time period back then.
Wait a minute, wait, hold on. But a human is still a human. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
You're still made of the same material as somebody who was born 1,000 years ago. So, I mean, what is the difference?
And then on top of that, so let's take it, you just said thousands of years ago, right? So let's take it all the way back to the biblical days. They didn't have no shots back then.
My point.
They were holding babies who were 2 days old, okay? There were still germs back then, I'm sure. Nobody gave a dang. Okay, so
and even in 2019, we're the only creature on this planet that needs shots before their parent or their family can touch their skin. The only living creature. You don't see dogs doing that, cats. When they pop out, they pop out. Some of these parents leave their goddamn kid like, you on your own. We're like 2 seconds old. Gotta know what stuff feel like. Oh, is this an object? What the I'm sorry. I get emotional about shit like this. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry. I do too much sometimes. I get emotional about humanity.
But then my sister's like, well, on top of that, I wasn't touching random cats back in the day. She talking about my cat, Tony. I said, well, I wash mine. I said, cats are clean.
They're cleaner than us, to tell you the truth.
I said, she's like, they lick themselves with spit. That ain't clean. I'm like, okay.
And we give head? I mean, what's the difference? What is the difference? I mean.
And I told my sister, I said, you touching your phone, it has a bunch of germs on it. She had nothing to say to that. So you know what? It's okay. I'm going to touch the fourth in about 2 months. I'm going to be able to hold him in 2 months. This is our third child, man. Like, ain't nothing going to happen to him. He okay. He is okay. I'm like, dude, it don't matter. I'm like, and I called my mom and said, Mom, so let me get this straight. You had random people touching me when I was 8 days old with no shots. Some parent you are. Yeah, you thought you won Parent of the Year award.
You actually said that.
I did say that. You think I'm bull crapping? That's what I told my mom.
Damn, you straight up.
My mama too old to whoop me. What she gonna do?
Damn. I gotta really meet your mother. I haven't met her before.
You got to meet my mom. You gotta meet.
You're always talking about her. So I was like, I have to meet this person.
You can meet her next year.
Okay, next decade, in the 2020s. You know what I'm saying? The decade that we could be in our 30s. Damn, it feel like.
Oh my gosh! In 10 years,
we'll be 30.
Oh my gosh!
Well, I'll be 30 in 5 years.
Yeah, that's actually really crazy. That's really crazy. Like, I really hope. I don't know. Like, it's been so much on my mind. Like, I've been thinking about my wedding. Whenever I'm gonna get it. It's so. Man, it's wild. It's wild. Like, so much my career, all of that type of stuff. Like, I am thinking about so much out there. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much, like I said, I think that's pretty much it with that. Let me think. Anything else has really been going on? I think. Oh no, I don't know if I touched. No, I didn't touch bases. Or I did. I wanted to say this. I think I was going to say this the next time. I was saying something about when we talked about like shrooms and stuff like that, and I was So let me say this real quick. I said next time I do the podcast, I was going to mention this, but I was saying that another reason why I really would not do shrooms, and like I said, some people really like it, some people don't, whatever. But the reason, like, it was a first and last time experience for me, it was a fun trip. But here's the thing, though. This is what I realized. One, shrooms, it really has you in like a sedated type of state. So let's say somebody trying to break into the house. Mm-hmm. You can't, like, it's like, okay, for example, if you were asleep and you hear somebody break up, you can get up and then you can just kind of like figure out where you're at, and then you can run for cover or try to, like, open up a can of whoop ass on that person. Damn. If you on shrooms, you can't do nothing. You just pretty much a rag doll. You want to be
So like, wait, hold on. So a person coming to your house, you can be like, all right.
No, I can't. You be sounding drunk, have drool seep out your mouth.
I mean, what the fuck? Like, what?
Because you're in a whole nother trance. Your brain is on a whole nother trance. You're not gonna be able to really be focused. You can't do nothing. You can't drive. You are literally sitting down and you're staring into space for hours.
So you're literally dead.
You are.
Because your brain is not doing nothing.
You're not doing, except it's hallucinating.
It only does like subconscious things, like still breathe and still.
You can't eat nothing. Your time is gone.
Wait, hold on, wait. Yeah, this is some real murder ass shit. Like, you can really kill somebody. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. So, let me get this straight. So, if somebody got a gun to your head when you're high off of shrooms, how do your body just be like okay with it? Just like sit there, just look at it?
You just look at it.
How long does this last?
However long the trip is. You can trip. Some trips are between 6 to 8 hours.
Okay, describe this trip now.
So the trip that I had at the time, I literally was just imagining just different things. I was hearing different things. I was in an orgy. It was a really fun trip. This trip was amazing. But like I said, I'm in a sunken place. I was not eating. I was just smiling. I had tears of joy coming out my eyes. I was sounded all drunk when I got on the phone with somebody. I couldn't even like say the right words. I'm like looking at my cat. I'm like, how long my cat's been brown? It was like I said, the shrooms was, here's the thing. I enjoyed the trip, but the only thing I did not really enjoy, and I had to really realize, is like, you are dead to the world, and you can't get up. You can't do much of anything. You are sluggish. You kind of like,
So is it like your brain is telling yourself you don't feel like doing it, or
I think that's what it is.
Like, you try to do it, but you're stuck.
You try to do it, but you're stuck. It's a little bit of both. You can get up to use the restroom and stuff like that.
Oh, you're just not motivated. Your mind has no willpower.
You're just in a sunken place with your mouth open and you're smiling like something's wrong with you, like you're in a mental hospital.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
Like I said, here's my thing. When it came with the shrooms, and we're gonna wrap this up in a couple more minutes. When it came with the shrooms, it was a fun trip, but I just wouldn't do it again, because on top of that, your day is wasted. Time is something you cannot get back.
You can't.
And you want to use your time to the best of your ability. And when it comes with shrooms, you can't do anything. You can't get up and be productive. You're literally just sitting there dead to the world with drool seeping. Probably you have your mouth open long enough, you're gonna have a whole puddle.
Oh,
you're gonna have to have a wet floor sign.
Oh, so like
you gonna need a bib.
And the thing is, I purposely sometimes like smoke weed just to work. No. Let me say this about Snoop Dogg's weed. Snoop Dogg's weed, it'll have like. It's an upper.
I think, no, let me tell you something. I went home and I was like literally productive, for 2 hours. I gotta go to bed. I gotta work in the morning. But no, that's all you should, yeah, but like I said, weed, honestly, it's a better I think, to be honest with you, weed is the safest drug there is. Why is it the safest drug? Because I'm talking about California weed. Dispensary weed is the safest drug there is because of the fact that it has certain things that can actually help you. Shrooms, cocaine, acid, all that type of stuff. That stuff is not good for you. That type of stuff, those are stuff like when you literally have nothing to do for your day, like you literally have, and you just want to sit there and hallucinate, then go ahead and just do that.
One more question.
Go ahead.
Wait, for shrooms.
Uh-huh.
For shrooms.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. Okay, if that really kills you, technically, like there's nothing for you, why is it, like, why do people take it? Why is it addictive? Like,
you know what? I think what it is that people want, a creativity. Like for me, when I did it, I really had no real choice. No real reason as to why. I just wanted to just see. I looked up I researched it, and I just said, okay, this isn't, this isn't really like a really bad drug. I'm a free-spirited hippie, so I said, let me just try just to see what type of creativity mindset I can get into. So with that being said, I think what ends up happening for a lot of people, they just take it because they want a creativity side. They want to escape their bad, the badness that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Put you in
a neutral area where you have no emotions.
The negative, sorry, not bad. It's the negative. Let me change the word. The negativity that's going on, and it puts you like in a fun. It's like in a dream world where you literally are in a trance.
I see what you're saying.
I think that's what it is. But that's why I honestly believe when it comes to stuff like that,
it's to numb your emotions.
Yeah, you just at some point you need to just get help because you cannot sit there and drug yourself and just be dependent on. You got to do stuff in moderation. But I'm saying when it comes with shrooms or LSD, don't do that stuff in moderation. I think you really should just do it once in your life and just keep it moving.
Okay.
I don't know if I told you this or not. I don't know if I said it on the Blast podcast. No, I don't think I said it all. But there was this guy, one of my homeboys, he had told me last story, then we gonna have to end it. But there was this one of my homeboys told me, and mind you, he's 20 years older than us, right? Mm-hmm. So he told me back when he was in school, this white girl had said to him, hey bud, look, I did LSD over the weekend and my trash can was like chasing me all over the weekend. I had so much fun. You should try this with me. He says, Kyndra, if I would have had the trash can chasing me, I would have pulled out my gun and started shooting at it.
What the fuck? Oh my gosh. And what is the name of that drug?
LSD, acid.
What does that mean?
It's acid. LSD
is it a
No, LSD is a pill, so it's like shrooms. It's a hallucinogen, but what happens is shrooms, it builds up to your dreams. Acid is a straight shot, and acid has you high longer. It has you high much longer, and you have after effects days or even weeks later.
Okay, you have to tell me this after the podcast, because I want to know more. Like, I'm not trying to try them, no, but
I mean, acid is something I just wouldn't do. Acid is one of those drugs. It's like it literally has you high all for a full close maybe to 12 to could be 24 hours where you're just in constant dreamland. You're not doing nothing. That's it. Nothing. Nothing.
Damn. Oh, shit.
I'm telling you, but she said the trash can was chasing her all weekend long.
Weekend?
What, all weekend long? And he said, hell no, Kyndra, I would never. I said, hey.
Like, was she taking it during the weekend, like constantly?
No, she just probably took it like, she probably took 1 or 2 pills.
And it fucked her up the whole weekend?
It did.
Oh, hell no. I can have that dog fuck me up for days. I can understand like being high for about an hour or 2, but for days, hell no.
Okay, and on that note, kids, don't do drugs. All right. Me and Lance, we love you guys. Thank you for supporting us. We will talk to you in the new year. Lance, you got anything to say to the people?
Well, this is my last thing I'm saying this decade, so happy new decade to y'all.
All right, make love and not war.
Exactly.
Why'd your voice get all low when you said? Did y'all hear that?
I'm sorry. It's like I'm trying to transfer like from podcast mode to like night mode. My voice.
Okay.
Like when I'm in the house, like, and I get real,
Okay. All right, Lance. You over here. Okay. Me and Lance love y'all. All right. Bye, guys.